He goes, don't worry about it, I'll teach you. And so he's teaching me how to do this, and that's amazing. And we started doing electricity. And I said, you know what, why don't you jump in on this part and I'll watch? He said, no, 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 this is your place, you're going to do it. All right, so just tell me how not to be electrocuted, and then I'll be good. So, all right, so here's a couple things to keep in mind. Don't cut into a live wire, metal to metal, you know, turn off the breaker. Okay, got it, all right. So I'm turning over, the faceplates are all put in backwards, so I'm turning them upside down, putting them back in. There's some wires there, I got my rubber gloves, turn off the breaker. So I'm turning them, it's kind of like, ooh, is this supposed to be this hard? Yeah, just force it in, it's fine. Okay, all right, so I push it in there. And all the other ones, I'm doing good. I got like maybe 5 or 6 done, twisting them around. Little victory. You gotta really like appreciate those little victories right there. And then the 6th one. And maybe it's because it's number 6. Something happened. And I thought everything was fine, and the breaker's back on. And just tightening that last little screw. And I guess what had happened is when I was messing with it, and maybe a little bit before, the plastic wiring had come undone, and there was a little bit of coil that was frayed on the inside, and the metal screw was about to connect with that metal coil. Of course, I didn't realize that because I couldn't see what was inside. So I'm just, yeah, it's great, I'm learning stuff, Arlene's going to be so proud of me, it's great. And I went, shoot, and I went, and then the whole thing kind of exploded in my face.
Oh, wow.
Pop like a shotgun, sparks everywhere, lights go out. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I dead? I felt it in my chest. And Eddie starts laughing. He's like, is Eddie here? Is Eddie here? All right, he's on his way. Okay. So, I was alive. But I was very afraid. I guess I didn't get electrocuted, maybe the rubber gloves, maybe the Lord Almighty, I don't know exactly. But it kind of exploded my face, you know, burned the wall, and messed up everything in there, and just scared out of my mind. So a few days passed. I thought, okay, I've learned my lesson. Either I'm not going to do it, or I'm making sure I take all the precautions, breakers off, rubber gloves, no metal to metal, no frayed wires. So a few days later, I'm putting up another electrical fixture. And it was late, you know, it was one of those things, I'm just trying to get this done. We need light in the hallway, it's very dark. Kids are bumping into things when they wake up and go to the bathroom at night. Bumping, can you put in the light? Okay, I'll do it. And basically, I was testing this dimmer. And there's all kinds of real complicated stuff with dimmers. You guys all know that, I didn't. So I'm like, this dimmer doesn't work, and then this doesn't work, and I'm trying different things, and I'll try the switcher. The switcher works, but the dimmer doesn't. So anyways, I'm turning the breaker on and off to test it. I must have turned it on and off 15 times. You know, off, mess with it, on, test it. So on and so forth. So I guess one of the times I forgot to turn it off. And the wire was too long, so I had to cut it with my wire cutters. Anyway, point number 2. No, I did the same thing and it exploded in my face. Again, not electrocuted, thank God. And you know, it's one of those things, you know, fool me once, shame on, you know that one. But you know, I got fooled twice bad.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what, I really want to quit. I don't ever want to do this again. This is ridiculous. I'm not qualified for this. You know, and you know what? It's not my fault. It's Eddie's fault.
Yeah,
you know, it's really his fault. And you know what? It's the kids' fault. They need to open their eyes in the hallway. They're young. They can see. Man, you know what? This is Arlene's fault. She wants me to do all this work. Come on. Can't it be the same way spiritually?
Yeah.
Man, we just get down. We make that first mistake. Oh, I'll never do that again. But then we make it again.
Yeah.
And we find ourselves in the same sin, in the same pit. And we start thinking, you know what, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. And you know what, actually, it's not my fault, it's someone else's fault. It's the church's fault. Yeah. Now, it's that person's fault, getting bad advice 10 years ago. You know what, it's God's fault.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I think we're saying, isn't it? We really have an issue with the Lord. You know, a righteous man showed me a scripture about what a righteous man does. It says in Proverbs 24:16, though a righteous man falls 7 times, he rises again. That is, of course, if he doesn't get electrocuted. Yeah. But the wicked are brought down to calamity. What does that mean? Well, it means that righteousness is not defined by whether we fall or not. Righteousness is defined by how we get up. And so, I'm happy to say that I put up another fixture just the other day, and I did not explode anything. There's life after sin, guys. Let's keep reading in verse 4. But Abel brought fat portions from some of the firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering, he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must master it." Point number 2 is there's always danger at your door. There's always danger at your door. You know, it's interesting when we watch movies that are scary and someone's about to open a door. Yeah. Now, you guys yell, "Don't open the door." But in your heart, you want them to open the door. You're a cruel people. You paid $14 for them to open the door. 2 hours of your busy schedule to see them open the door. And you're going to get your money's worth, aren't you? No, I mean, I'm the same way. Why do we do that? There's something twisted about us, right? Hey, it's a movie. They're not really getting hurt. Unless it's like a documentary. But man, it's just so tempting to want to see what's back there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, maybe I'm just a little bored with my little room. I know where everything is. Light's always on. What's in that darkness back there? What'll happen if I just open the door a little bit, just to peek in? Sin crouches. It's an analogy to the crouching lion, an animal, a predator, waiting in the bushes. And they won't be stirred until an opportune time. If the door stays closed, and if the zebras never come by the bushes, and if there's never an opportunity, then you're going to be okay. The lion will stay hidden temporarily at bay. But, given the right opportunity, given the moment, given the chance, given the flesh, given that chance for Satan to jump on us, he'll take it. He'll take it. Ephesians 4:27 says, "Don't give the devil a foothold." You know, we open the door just a little bit, but that's all he really needs.
Right.
Just a little bit to stick his foot in the door. Some of you Seinfeld fans, Kramer, all Kramer needs is a foot in the door. Newman, the same way, right? Trying to slip his foot in the door. And then they come in. Sometimes we have unwanted guests in our lives. Those familiar sins that we said goodbye to a long time ago. Don't come over to my house anymore. Stay out. But then they keep knocking. They keep texting us. They keep posting on our Facebook. They keep calling. And it's the reminders of the world we used to live in. It's the world we said goodbye to. And we want to open that door a little bit just to see what they're doing. Where was Cain at? Cain, he wanted credit, right? He just wanted, am I good enough? I gave you a little bit, isn't that enough? And Cain, as his name means in the Hebrew, it's really the acquiring of more. The want for more. Cain was greedy. Cain had enough to give. And he had plenty left over. But he said, I'm only going to give some. Because danger is at his door. And he said, you know what? I'm going to keep some of that for myself. Because there's stuff that I can do with it. It's not enough that he's the firstborn of the first couple ever in human history. Not enough for you to carry on the family name, the first one to do it. It's not enough that he's asked to tend to the soil, which is the exact command that God gives Adam to take care of the soil, to take on and inherit the commanded work of the Lord, to take on that burden that was given to man. I mean, he has such an honor, such an opportunity to make this thing go right. It's not enough, and he wants more. You know, we're like that sometimes, right? We can be like that, where we have so much, but it's just not enough, right? You know, we have a great job, we have a great situation where we live, we have a great family, and sometimes we're just not content. We want more. We're not happy. Even with just little things, like little compliments, someone says something nice about us, and we can be tempted to say, well, that's not enough. Man, your voice is awesome. Wow. I mean, Melvin was like butter up there today. He took me to church. That's awesome. I said, Melvin, I'm so glad you're back. Can you please sing for us? We feel like we are worshiping when all of the singers are up there singing together, and you're in there. Everyone just has such a gift that's up there. And Melvin, his voice, just the tone of it, the God-given quality of his voice, it just does something in my soul. And he uses that for the Lord. But some of us, you know, we get a compliment and it's just not enough. You know, thank you so much for singing. Well, I've been sick, so, you know, the last little bit has been challenging. Wow, you look so nice. Oh, this whole thing, I mean, I don't know. It's just, you know, I just threw on whatever. It's not my favorite. I mean, the color is not really my color, and I didn't really think about it, and the stripes are going the wrong way, and the pattern is out of vogue. Just feed me more, because I'm battling you. I'm fighting you for more. It's just not enough. And great game. You are such an amazing athlete. Well, my ankle, you know. In other words, I'm so amazing that I worked through the injury. And man, I tell you, the proverb is so true. In Proverbs 27, verse 21, the crucible for silver and the furnace for gold. That's the way they refined those minerals of the earth. How is a person refined? Well, a person is tested and refined by the praise they receive. Those compliments, those good, encouraging words that we all need, they're a test. Do we give that glory to God? Wow, thank you. It's okay to say thank you, right? I mean, you have an amazing voice. Thank you. That's okay. That's not arrogant. I mean, unless it's in your heart. But you can say thanks. I was really up here giving for the Lord. Man, that is an amazing dress that you made. Thank you. Man, that is an amazing game that you just played. That was an incredible Bible study that you just had. That was awesome. The Bible talks about encouragement, doesn't it? And we need to encourage each other even more, right? All the more and daily, right? As we see that day approaching. But it's a test. My question is, what are the sins crouching at your door today? Good question. We're all in a different spot today. What are those sins crouch at your door? Is it lust? Is lust crouching like an animal, like a rabid beast hungry to eat, waiting at your door? And all that animal wants is a little bit of light to get the foot in the door. Just go to that one site. Just call that one person. Just go to that one place. Just think that one thought, and I've got you in my trap. Is that the sin crouching at your door today? Is it impurity? Is it laziness? Is that sin crouching like a lion at your door? Too many hours in front of screens, just wasting the time away. Is that where you're at today? Is it overeating? Is it undereating? Is it selfishness? Is it pride? What are the sins? We're not going to be able to fight the sin clearly if we're not identifying it clearly. Right. We got to name it. Got to name what it is.